I recall President Reagan once said, great things can happen when nobody cares who gets the credit, or something along those lines. And this was a very, very significant team effort throughout the town. And just to run down town leadership, town of Barnstable leadership, airport staff, WS development, making this happen. Got approval and signing of the agreement between the airport and WS Development for a 49-year lease for the 27-acre parcel commonly known as Cape Town Plaza, but soon to be known as WS Landing at Hyannis. It's a great, momentous event.
I just have such a vivid memory of speaking with 3 different airport managers, speaking with 25 different airport individuals, speaking with 3 different managers in our town, all about this issue, and the only one constant was WS. So for that, I'm very grateful. What we had is we had a buyer come into town, take over the lease at a time when it was positioning itself to do good and to make the next run at the property. That's a commitment in itself. But what we saw during that time was somebody having to understand how the municipality works and work with us and bear with us through the process. We changed 3 managers. We had 3 airport managers. We had several people on the committee, but it was always a discussion, and there was always a person, and it was always identified as WS. So the consistency deserves due recognition by WS.
This has been under discussion, I think, the entire time I've been here in one form or another. What was exciting about what occurred here, besides the effort of leadership, our council and our commission, thank you both, and the many managers who have been involved with these efforts, we kind of got focused right in on where we wanted to go. We came together, we had strong leadership, we had a clear vision of what the objective was, and with talented people like formerly Bud and now Katie and Matt and Andy and David and Joanna and Mark and you know, others from our legal staff, Ruth and Charlie, we were able to deliver this product. And as Jim has said, you know, WS was always at the table as a partner, strong in their commitment to the town of Barnstable, and that's greatly appreciated. And we look forward to working with you as we move forward on this and possibly other opportunities. So thank you all for your leadership, and thanks staff, great job.
The property is commonly known as Cape Town Plaza. The airport owns, it's about 27 acres that the airport actually owns and manages the acreage. It belongs to the airport, but we're also an entity of the town of Barnstable, so we're an enterprise fund in the town of Barnstable. So when we started to look at the property and we knew that the lease was coming up, it was expiring, we said we should really go out for an RFP for the property and see what type of development could actually occur on that parcel. So we did that back in October 2017. We started writing a draft RFP, which is a request for proposal, to entice any developers that would like to further develop that property and enhance the property. Basically, that process took from October until April of 2018. By April of 2018, we had a bid out on the street. WS Development was one of the bidders. That we had 2 bidders. WS Development was the bidder that came in with the proposal that met all the needs of the RFP. And by December of 2018, we had chosen WS Development to be the future developer of what's now known as Cape Town Plaza, but soon to be known as the Landing at Hyannis.
Well, we are deep believers in the Cape and in Barnstable in particular. We've owned this asset for 10 years. We understand the importance of it to the town. It's certainly very important to us. We have a legacy of working with communities all across New England in either building from the ground up or reinvesting in assets that we've acquired, and we just think it's the heart of the Cape. It's a very important piece of real estate. It's sorely in need of reinvestment, and we just look forward greatly to working with the town and pouring both capital and sweat into making it great.
I think really the next steps are squarely with WS Development and their team as they start to envision what they want to do on that property. You know, as the landlord of the property, really through the agreements that we made with WS, and one of the largest reasons that we chose WS is for their ability to create a sense of space wherever they go, to create something that's really true and unique to the environment that they're in, and to cater to the community that they're serving. And you know, that was one of the biggest aspects of the proposal that we looked at, that we said, you know, WS Development is definitely the one to do that. So really now the onus is on WS to start working with the town and with other entities that they'll need to work with locally and statewide to be able to develop that property.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We've begun a planning process. Part of the RFP was to put forward a plan. We will refine that. We'll be working with the community, with both the Airport Commission and especially with local boards to seek approvals. We have existing tenants in the center who still have rights to be there, and so it will take a little longer, unfortunately, than we would like. The difference being, if we had a piece of raw land, we could get going right away. But we will be in a planning and entitlements process, speaking with lots of prospective tenants to try to bring the best tenants we can to the site over the course of the next months and actually a few years.
Where the airport, from the airport itself, the whole experience of working with WS Development, you know, working with the town initially as a town entity and getting all of the documentation that we need to proceed forward with putting this out to bid, and then getting our proposals back from WS Development and other entities that were interested, and just really going through the evaluations from top to bottom. And you know, what it actually developed in was a very unique and quite nice partnership with WS Development, and the airport itself is really looking forward to that partnership. And you know, we're part of the fabric of the community, and not only from an aviation transportation standpoint, we're the community. We're providing a service to the community, and WS knows that. They do that wherever they are, and it was just the right fit, and it made sense.
Yeah, I would echo. Thank you, Katie. I would echo what Katie said. We often come into a community already with ownership of a piece of land, and we begin working with that community. This has been almost backwards. We've spent a decade working with a community to get to know people, to build relationships, and the partnership between my company and with the airport and also with the town has been really remarkable. People have worked exceedingly hard to get to this point in time. The RFP process, the lease negotiation process, the planning process, the town and the Airport Commission have been incredibly thoughtful about our proposal. We've gotten really good feedback from them. So it's been a journey that will continue. It's nice to be traveling with partners you like doing business with. It's really been a pleasure.
Yes, I've been on the commission now for over 20 years, and as many people said earlier today, the town council president, Jim Crocker, etc., this has been a subject of discussion and consternation now for decades. And I guess I've been here long enough to see a lot of it. The team effort was just superb, and our commission, you know, if this were a private corporation, we'd be the board of directors. Katie would be the CEO and on down, but the commission, airport management, town management, and the other people that I mentioned earlier, it truly was a magnificent team effort, and the result is today, the 30th of July, 2019. We're happy. This is a great day for our airport and the town of Barnstable as a whole. Everybody should be thrilled to no end.